Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here, to see all of you. I know it feels good. I know y'all just enjoying this. So I'm not going to add to it by going on for a long time. I'm just going to really talk about when I first started playing music. I was 8 years old. Well, I started when I was 6, but I was so sad that I don't really consider that starting. I was 8. And my daddy said, man, I want to take you out to meet an old jazz musician named Danny Barker. And I want you to play in this band that he has of all young musicians. And it's called the Fairview Baptist Church Marching Band. So, that's fine with me, whatever you say, it's your daddy. So we go to this lot, and there's this old man in the lot. And he was teaching people. I had never seen anyone teach people the way he taught, because it was apparent he couldn't read music, because there was no music out there. Now, this is New Orleans, and it's hot. It's like 99 degrees, and the humidity is 99%. So you got to want to be out there to be out there. And we're all out there with our horns, 8, 9, 10 years old. And the old man starts talking to people. He says, okay, son, you look like a drummer. You're going to play drums. So the kid starts to play the drum. He said, now the drum is the key to learning about jazz music. And the key to jazz is communication. Now with that left hand, I want you to go boom, 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 boom. So the kid starts playing that boom, 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 boom. He says, now with this other hand, I want you to talk to that bass drum. So it's going to go boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, boom. He said, now on one beat, both of your hands are going to say the same thing at the same time. They're going to agree. He said, so you have a conversation, and then you reach a point where you understand what both of y'all are saying. So he said, it goes boom, ch, 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 boom. So the kids start playing, boom, ch. It wasn't quite what the man sang. But when he started to play it, the old man looked at him and said, boy, that's beautiful. Now, we all knew that it was sad, but it made us feel like it was beautiful. So he turned to the tuba player. He said, now, son, you weigh 200 pounds. You play the tuba. See, now, what I want you to do on the tuba is go boom, 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 boom. We're going to call you tuba. And since you fat, we're going to call you tuba fat. So we call him tuba fat, and he started playing boom, 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 boom. But it didn't sound like that, really. It sounded boom, 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 like a kid playing. When the kid finished playing, he said, boy, I knew you were a tuba player. You're a natural. He turns to the trombone player, and he says, bop, 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 bop. You play with the tuba, but stay out of his way. So the trombone player sounded terrible, but he listened to it. He said, man, that's beautiful. Turns to the kid with glasses on and said, you have glasses on, you're a clarinet player. Now what you do is you play high, and you play a lot of figurations like doo-doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba. He started singing stuff, so the kid started playing squeaking. It was terrible. He listened to it. He said, man, how did you get a tone like that? That's a beautiful tone. Now, of course, the kid knew that it was a terrible tone. But he said, Chad, I do get a nice tone out of this. If the old man is saying it's a good tone, it must be good. He said, now, the one thing that you have to do is stay up high, and whenever you can play a little trill or something that looks cute, that sounds like it's going to be cute, play that. So he turned to me. He said, well, you look like a trumpet player because you have a big head and big ears. He said, now, you're going to play the melody. I said, what is the melody? He said, I'm going to sing this tune to you. So he started singing the song. He said, do-do-do-do-dee, dee-do-do-do-do, do-dee-dee-dee-da, dee-dee-dee-do, 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 dee-dee-dee-dee-da. So I listened to it. I said, okay, I hear that. I said, he said, man, you really can play. He said, and I want all of y'all to play together. And we all started playing together. And it was the worst thing you ever heard in your entire life. Boom, boom, bam, boom, boom, boom. We just played for like some amount of time. And while we were playing, he would stand up going. And when we finished playing, he said, y'all sound great. Y'all sound great. All of those musicians that played in that band when we were 8 and 9, they all still play New Orleans jazz today. And a lot of them are the best musicians you ever heard in your life. And that old man could hear that then. And none of us could hear it. And he's the one that made us understand what the music was about. And he taught us what it meant to hear and to listen. So I'm going to play that song that he taught us how to play a long time ago when we was 8 and 7 and couldn't play it. Goes like this.